Welcome to today's video, guys. I'm really pumped because this is now the day after the dyno and it's time to start working out some kinks and things like that with the car. The first thing is we need to deal with that smoky turbo, which is probably a combination of a bunch of things. One, we don't have an oil catch can or anything, so the crankcase was probably building a lot of pressure, especially considering I forgot and left that little cap on there. Thanks for everyone telling me in the comment section last video. Also, the oil restrictor, I just drilled it out way too big. I didn't take into account that we had the boundary oil pump on here and that it was going to be pushing so much more PSI than the OEM one. So we're going to fix that today, which I have a really cool little trick that I want to show you. We're going to actually repair and reseal this up and then drill it out to where we want it to be. So that's going to be a very cool thing to show you. Otherwise, you can already probably tell I got a nice little bit of braided hose here for crankcase ventilation, which I'm just going to probably sit in like a pet bottle over here or like an energy drink can just for now. I have ordered a proper oil catch can, but that won't arrive for a few days, obviously, but I want to make sure that everything's okay and the engine's all good and there's no other issues. We're very confident that it is the oil where the pressure is obviously just surpassing the seals and going out the exhaust. Very confident in that, so we know there's no other issues with the engine. The other thing I need to get done today is I want to get this heat wrapped. We will be getting the final downpipe, because this is just a temporary downpipe until we get a new hot side on this, which will probably be modifying that one to suit. But until that happens, we're not going to get that ceramic coated, so I'm just going to heat wrap it today. I'm also going to see if we have any scrap, like, you know, sheet metal anywhere in the shop that I can make a nice heat shield here to protect all of this stuff. And I'm even thinking about trying to make a heat shield that will also kind of wrap around a bit of the downpipe to try and protect and shield off the heater core lines there. So a lot of stuff to try to button up, and then I want to take this thing for a drive. So first things first, let's get started. So let's start with the oil feed, get this off here. Oh, I love this new fitting that I got from Maker Hose. It's seriously amazing. Cannot express enough how much high quality oil feed lines are important. The one that previously came with this kit is just so bad. Oh, okay, they're a bit bigger. Let me come back with the right socket. Alright, now that we got the right socket size, we can nip these off. And now we can get this feed port off and fix it and make it a smaller size. There we go. Okay, so here's how we're going to make the restrictor smaller. So here it is. I drilled it out way too big. If the camera wants to focus on it, it will any moment now. Come on, you can do it. There we go. So you can see I drilled that way too big. That's a problem. So I'm sure you've seen these things on Facebook, ads everywhere, but these are like aluminium welding brazing sticks. James had them, and he also gave me his micro drill set, and obviously we got the map torch here. So I'm going to be heating this up, and I'm going to be sealing that hole up with one of these aluminium brazing sticks. Then we're going to re-drill it to 1 millimeter, and then we should be good. That's like 3 millimeters right now, so that's an issue. The first thing we need to do is fire. We want to get this thing nice and heated up, and then we get one of those sticks there and go to town. Okay, so that aluminium brazing stick thing just did not work at all. I don't know if this is the wrong material for it to stick to, or it wasn't getting hot enough, or what, but like literally this fitting was melting and getting hot, like glowing red, and the stick would just melt and not stick to it. It was really bad. So I gave up on that, and I actually went digging through all of Chris's stuff, and I found this little tiny nitrous jet, which actually is about a 1 millimeter restrictor here. So, oh, come on Canon, you can do it. Focus, please. There you go, you guys can see that tiny little hole there. So hopefully this works. I hope there's enough threads with that little thing on there for it to catch and not spring a leak or anything like that. Only time will tell. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and we wait for the new restrictor I've ordered to arrive. It looks like there's a fair few threads there, so we might be able to nip that down with no problem. So for now, I can take the dump pipe off and get that wrapped up. Before we take that downpipe off, I want to take a moment to say, if you're sitting here watching these videos right now, day to day, or even week to week, and you haven't clicked that sub button yet, does it say subscribe right there? Hit that link, because I found some very interesting stats the other day when I was looking at my channel. The amount, like the percentage of people that aren't subscribed that are watching my videos daily is huge. So if you haven't clicked that sub button yet, I'd super appreciate it. Definitely do that, guys. We're aiming to get to 300K by the end of this year. That is my goal, and I'm busting my balls off and grinding hard every day. That sounded bad, to reach that goal. And I'm sure if all of you guys who are watching my videos but haven't yet subscribed did that, we would be there a lot sooner rather than later, and then we can celebrate and do a cool burnout. So anyways, with that, let's get back to the video. I love V-bands so much. Seriously, the best invention ever to come to automotive stuff. I'm pretty sure that these probably existed way before people even started using these on cars, but oh, downpipe is now off. Let's yeah, get that V-band off there. Yep, there we go. Now let's pull this thing through the top. Take note, CX Racing, this is what your downpipe's supposed to look like. And there we go. Yeah, she's definitely a little bit oily in here. You can really tell that that oil from the turbo came out of there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, she's an oily little girl. All right, well, let's now take this to HP Logic because they've got the wrapping there and the gloves and everything I need to get this heat wrapped. Okay, so Jack's super busy in there right now helping a customer out, but he gave me everything I need to hear that two-step. We got the wrap, we got a bucket of water, and I got all the metal zip ties. So let's get back to the shop and get this thing wrapped. First of all, you want to put all of your wrapping in the water. The water's supposed to help this thing like get a tighter wrap. This is the first time I'm ever doing it with water, so hopefully it works well. The metal zip ties, and where you want to start when you start wrapping it is up the top. Because you want the top to be the most prettiest, right? So, you know, start it up, put a zip tie on and continue it down. Once you get the wrap started though, sometimes you don't need to zip tie it till you're finished. So let's get this thing started. So we are now done, and I hate covering up Harvey's beautiful artwork on this downpipe, but heat management is very important for me with all of that there. So we're gonna put this back in now, and then we're gonna go for a ride. Hopefully that oil restrictor is gonna work. I need to also try to fix a bracket that's down here for the slave cylinder. That's a little bit loose, and that's like vibrating and rubbing when the car runs. You've probably noticed just like me, but the engine is moving around a lot in the bay, and I'm really frustrated about it because I went and bought brand new OEM engine mounts. Turns out, brand new OEM engine mounts are soft and just absolute garbage. So I've ordered some reinforced ones from Megan Racing. They will be here in the next few days and we'll switch those out. They're like a reinforced rubber kind of polyurethane one, so it should make a really big difference. So let's get this downpipe back in here. Just gonna sit it there for now while we get this V-bank tank all situated. Now, like I said, you don't want to tighten these like right off the bat until you have all of the V-bands done. Because if I tighten that right now, that's going to lock it into position and it may not be turned or twisted the right way. And I now need to get under the car and put that V-band clamp on, and then you can tighten that one and then tighten that one, and then we'll be good. So I've got the downpipe and everything back on there. Time to let this thing start up and warm up, and we need to check if my oil restrictor is going to leak or anything like that. That's pretty important. So let's see where we are at with this. Like a kitten. Sounds good. All right. My question is this leaking oil? It doesn't look like it is. We'll wait till it gets up to temperature and we go for a bit of a rip and just keep checking. There's gonna be some smoke coming off that because that's still wet. You can see all that kind of steam coming off, a bit hard for the camera to see, but she's all heat wrapped now. A lot of people have been commenting on the ticking noise. That's not the lifters, that's the injectors. I'm running 1000cc injector clinic injectors. They are loud, listen to them. They're pretty noisy. That's just, the bigger the injectors you get, I normally find they make a lot of noise, so that's where we're at. And once we get up to temperature, I'll turn my fan on as well. This is my little fan switch until I wire it into the Mega Squirt. This is just a little sensor wire that I ground out. You hear the fan come on? Hell yeah. All right, so we're gonna go for a little rip. I've just put a little Mountain Dew bottle there to catch anything that comes out of the vent just for now. And then we've got a bit of a PET bottle, PET bottle kind of theme with this car at the moment. Don't worry, it's not gonna stay that way. We're going for a little drive. I've checked over everything, there's no leaks. Oh, I left my water bottle in the engine bay. We'll just grab, oh no, hang on. And grab my water bottle, there we go. All right, now let's head for a little drive. All right, let's go for a little rip. Feels so good. Did we blow any smoke though? That's my next question. Did we blow any smoke? Don't see any. Looks like we're good. Looks like we might be good. I mean, the turbo could already be broken too, who knows? So I took the car for a bit of a drive and just kept like accelerating lots and lots to try and heat up everything and get as much oil burned out of the exhaust as possible. And it seems like it's done its job because now there's nothing coming out of the exhaust pipe. When I even get on it a bunch, nothing comes out. So it looks like we're all good here. Look at this. No smoke at all. So it looks like she's all cleaned out now, and it was just that oil restrictor. Plus, obviously, the crankcase vent wouldn't have been helping as well. So we've got that just going into our Mountain Dew Baja Blast there. Nice little add-on. But yeah, look, even now, no smoke, boys. We good. It seems, now, I think this could be because of all the oil that got dumped in the exhaust, but my wideband sensor has definitely taken a poop. It just always reads like maximum lean. I've tried restarting the sensor and everything, and it literally just the moment you give it power again, it goes max lean. I've checked all the plugs and everything, so it looks like my sensor just completely died. I don't know if some oil got on there or if we can try cleaning it. All I know is they're always super sensitive, and maybe it just, yeah, didn't like that oil that got on there, so we'll sort that out. But you can hear it, it's not running lean whatsoever. It sounds really healthy once again. The only thing that sounds bad about this engine is that stupid blow-off valve, which we need to fix. Yeah, once again, no smoke, boys. There's no smoke coming out of that right now, right, guys?
Yeah, there is.
Oh, stop. You guys are terrible friends. I thought you were friends. Head gasket, it's not a Subaru, man. So I'm back from another test drive, and I've been going through checking everything, and I have found a bit of a disappointing oil leak. Don't know if you can see this too well because of the camera lighting. Hang on, there we go. Front main is leaking pretty bad. You can already see a couple drops on the ground there. And I'm kind of frustrated about this at myself because I knew like that there was potentially an issue here. A lot of you guys were commenting with the Boundary oil pump that the front mains that come with them aren't the greatest and then like renowned for leaking. And there it is. So I'm gonna jump on Miata tonight and order an OEM Mazda front main. So we've got to do another front main on this thing, which kind of sucks, but I mean, it is what it is, and that's okay. I have noticed as well that I think this turbo damage may have been done because of the oil pressure previously with the thing, and it is still kind of like at really high RPM, well, when it's in boost. And after the throttle comes down, a bit of smoke is coming out, even with the new restrictor in there. So there's a good chance that this turbo is damaged. It could have arrived like that, or I did some damage somehow to the oil seals when I had that bigger restrictor in there. But either way, as you guys know, I'm not too fussed on this thing. So that'll get resolved in a week or so. But for now, we're going to do what we can with this turbo. And hopefully, I mean, it could just be some more oil still like in the resonator or something like that. But we won't know for sure until we get to take this thing for a good drive and clear out its throats. Cars, man. So here is where we're gonna end today's video. Don't worry guys, teething issues are normal, especially when you do a full build like this on the engine. There is nothing that you haven't touched, which means there is always a high percentage of something that's gonna need to be fixed or pulled back apart once you've put it all back together. There's so many things there that it's just a high percentage, like a high chance that something needs to be fixed. Like, it's not every time that you can just go and build a fully forged build or whatever and then not a single issue afterwards. I was pretty optimistic hoping that this was going to be the case, but it really never is. Like, even like with my company in Australia, Taka Garage and everything, when the guys finish customer builds and stuff like that, there is always like a teething period where things and seals and stuff like that could break and go wrong. Exactly with what's happened with the front main on the boundary oil pump. Now it's okay, I'm gonna get a new seal, we're gonna switch that in, and it's not a big deal. Like, yes, it sucks because I'm gonna have to take everything off on the front of the engine, including the valve cover and everything, and put it all back together, but it's only gonna take a couple hours, and once you've fixed that, there's no more oil leak. And obviously we need to figure out what's going on with this turbo. It seems like it may have been damaged from the get-go. I don't know, but there's a high chance of that. So, you know, we aren't going to be surprised if the $50 China turbo that's with this turbo kit has a fault. Let's be real, guys. And with that, guys, smash that like button and write us a comment. Once again, if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed yet, what are you doing? Come on, hit the sub button. Let's go. And with that, I'll see you all in the next one. Don't forget to stay positive, guys. Look, I could be really upset with this right now and rage quit, but I'm not, and I understand that teething issues are part of any good build, any good car build, anything like that. And with that, I'm ranting on again, but I'll see you in the next one. Peace out. Ciao mata.